Hey, can you guys hear me? Hey, can you guys hear me? Okay, cool, cool, cool. All right, I'm gonna give it a couple minutes for everybody to join the room, and I'll go ahead and get started. So, for the ones that are here on time, I appreciate you guys coming. Give you a little background on why I created this call or this meeting for you guys. I feel like a lot of people need access to knowing about what trading is, and trading is not super hard. It's actually quite easy once you get the hang of it and once you know the strategies. The thing that's hard about trading is discipline. You want to make sure you have the proper discipline when it comes to trading because you can get greedy, and for those who've never traded before, you might win a couple trades and then just try to go crazy. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people don't have a plan. They don't have a income plan, a compounding plan, or anything. They just pretty much just go in there and just do their thing. So I just want you guys to know the strategies that I'm gonna show you guys are super, super, super simple. You can definitely get in there and start making money in your trading account or your demo account like today. And I want you guys to all start in demo as well. So I sent out an email for the people who actually registered to get their pocket options link. So did everybody get access to the link or get a chance to register the pocket options? And you guys can, let me see, I can go ahead and unmute you and you can speak to me so I can know what's going on with everybody.
Yeah, for me, I'm set up with pocket options. I set up my account.
Okay, cool. What about everybody else? Did you guys get a chance to set up your pocket options? How about this? If you didn't set up your pocket options, go ahead and drop a 5 in the chat box if you did not set up your pocket options account. So that means everybody's good on pocket options. I don't see any fives. So that means everybody's okay. Give me a second. I'm gonna go ahead and drop the link in here so you can have it. So just give me a second. And Pocket Options is the broker that we use to trade with. So it's actually where you're going to get paid out from. That's what you're going to put your money on so you can actually trade. And everything is in all in one system. So you guys are going to trade on the same platform and get paid out on the same platform. So I just went ahead and dropped the link. So you guys can go ahead and register, and I'll go ahead and pull it up on my end. So if you guys need any assistance, I can walk you guys through it.
Can I ask a quick question?
Yeah, sure.
Why do you choose to use pocket option? Why is pocket options your preferred broker instead of like MetaTrader or something like that?
Well, what we're going to be doing right now is high frequency Forex. So are you familiar with the difference between high frequency Forex and the traditional Forex?
Um, yeah, a little bit. Basically, just making quicker. They're like quicker trades and stuff, like less time.
Right. So yeah, so we're going to be doing the high frequency Forex to where we're going to be making money from anywhere between 3 minutes or 30 seconds to 3 minutes. So I just showed you that because the learning curve is a lot easier. Hold on one second. You mind putting yourself on mute real quick? Okay. So the learning curve between using pocket options and high frequency Forex and traditional Forex is just going to take us a little bit more time. It's going to be kind of impossible for us to kind of get too much leeway on traditional Forex. On pocket options or HFX, I can kind of give you guys the gist of things, and within a session or two, you guys can kind of get the hang of things to actually get the logistics of like how to make a buy, how to make a sell, and what to look out for. Now, by no means are you guys going to be master traders or expert traders within a couple of sessions. These sessions are just to expose you guys to the platform and also give you the option to join a team or join an organization and get more in depth and use more tools if you guys choose to do so. So did that answer your question? So okay, cool, cool, cool. All right, and so when you guys finish with the registration, actually, let me go ahead and share my screen. when you guys finish the registration, you guys are going to get to a window like this. So if everybody can see my screen, go ahead and drop a 1 in the chat box if you guys can see everything clearly. All right, cool, cool. All right, so everybody can see. And then for the couple of people, just let me know where you guys are at with the registration. It shouldn't take too long, but I'll wait up for you since it's the first class. And if I have to wait a little longer, I'll go over a couple of little things. So for the people who actually needed to, what is it, Donmo and the Zoom user, are you guys registered yet? Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and get into some basics. Just get to the basic navigation of what this is. Now, basically, this whole setup, this is basically your chart. So actually, I'm gonna go ahead and take these off so I won't confuse you guys right now. So don't mind these right now. So basically, these are the charts that you guys look at. Now, the market can go only a couple ways. It can go up, it can go down, and it can go sideways, which is a consolidation. So basically when you make your trades on this platform, you want to basically take a take what you see with the market, gauge everything, and if you feel like the market is going to be higher than where it's currently at, you're going to go ahead and put in a buy with this green button. And if you feel like the market is going to be lower than where it currently is, you're going to go ahead and hit this as a sell or put, to basically say you feel like the market is going to go down. If that actually happens, then you actually either win or lose the trade. So this area right here, this is where you put your amount. So this is a demo account, by the way. Everybody will have a demo account. Everybody will have a demo account, and you can start off the demo account with about $1,000, and then go ahead and work your way up. And the whole purpose of the demo account is just to make sure you guys are making trades safely and not basically losing all your money. So you're going to practice all of the strategies in your demo account and get everything down packed, and then you can decide to go live. You can actually go ahead and upload your money onto this broker through a Cash App, Bitcoin, or whatever you choose to do, and then actually go live from there. I wouldn't suggest anybody go live right away, but I definitely would like for you guys to get on a couple of these classes or officially join the team and then do some team trading with us. So like I said, I'm gonna continue to go through the navigation. So these are the buy and sell buttons once again. This is where you put in your trade amount so you can change it very simply. I believe, let me see what the highest amount I can put in. I don't think you can put in 5,000, but okay, 2,000 is the highest amount you can put in the demo account. On average, you want to try to risk about 5% per trade, approximately, depending on how much you have. If you were to compound your account and make 5% a day, you can actually run up your account to over $100,000 if you were consistently compounding with 5% a day. So on these trades, like I said, this is demo, so it really doesn't matter, but you don't want to go and make $1,000 trades, because if you do that, then at this point it's like gambling, unless you have enough in your account to leverage. The next important thing about this layout is your timer. So if you know the difference between traditional Forex or basic Forex is based off of the amount the market moves. This is all based on time. So this is actually cool because you can actually change just to 30 seconds. So let's just say if I had a 5,500 account and I wanted to go ahead and make $300 on this account, I can actually put in a call or a put or a buy and a sell, and in 30 seconds, I can actually get $300. Now, I know a lot of people heard a lot of different things about trading, but this is really one of the ways that you actually can make money actually very fast. So drop a 1 in the chat box if that sounds cool to you. If you want to make $300 in 30 seconds, I want to see who's with me. If you feel like that's something that you would like to get into, or feels like that's something that can actually help you out financially, go ahead and drop a 1. I know it definitely will help me, because that's the whole reason why I'm involved with this thing. So on average, when I do my trades, I like to set it up on 3 minutes, and you can just click this flag right here and actually change the times, or you can put it on the exact set time right here. So Just for now, I'm going to be training you guys on the 3 minute, just because that's what I was trained on with my mentor. So we're going to go ahead and keep it at that. Um, Next, I'm gonna go over what are called currency pairs. Now, currency pairs are basically what we trade with the foreign exchange market. Basically, we trade one currency versus another. So, like this one is like euro versus the CAD. We got euro in the Great British Pound, Great British Pound in the U.S. dollar, and basically that's how the market moves up and down based on the strength of each currency. So just a quick tidbit, if the currency in the first spot is stronger than the second, then the market is usually going up. But if the currency is weaker than the second, then the market is usually going down. These are all the different currency pairs we can choose from. You got a couple of options here. Some people trade just one. Some people just stick with one and they really master what that pair does and gets very familiar, and that's perfectly fine. And some people trade a lot of different pairs. So it's really up to you and your personal style. Me, I look for a certain setup and then I trade that. One of the major things that you guys want to pay attention to, and if you guys have something to write with, I want you guys to write this down. These are the payout amounts. These are the payout amounts. So let's just say if I was to pick, let's just say CAD JPY. Let's go ahead and pull that one up. So CAD JPY has a 70% payout. So if we were to put in $100 bid, we'll actually get $70 back. So it's not a 1-for-1 exactly. So it's not put up 100, get back 100. It's all based on the percentages. Now, a rule of thumb, if you guys are writing notes, I want you to write this down. The name of the game is to try to find pairs that are 70% and up. So all of these will be good for us to trade. Usually if it's under 70%, it's just usually just not, it's not in our best interest to trade those because just the payout is just not high enough. So I want to make sure you guys write that down because that's going to be very valuable in your trading journey. Another very valuable thing that I want you guys to write down. If you see OTC right here where it says USD/RUB, that's US dollar versus the Rubicon. When you see OTC, that stands for over the counter. Now, over the counter means that this is not actively online and it's not live trading. It's kind of like a synthetic trading where the broker will kind of simulate what's happening in the market. You don't want to ever trade OTC because it can easily be manipulated by the broker. The broker is who pays you out, which is pocket options, this whole thing. So I'm actually going to pull up something that shows a little bit more OTC. So you see how these say OTC under commodities. You just want to stay away from OTCs. You don't want to put yourself at risk to be manipulated in the market and lose a trade by like literally like 1 pip or like 1 inch. So definitely stay away from the OTCs and stick with the pairs that are above 70%. All right, so are you guys with me? I want you guys to check in. Some of you guys may be a little bit familiar with trading. Some of you may be brand new, so I want to make sure everybody's up to speed. Is there anything I need to repeat or go over as I progress to the next step? I just want to make sure everybody's on the same page with me. Everybody good to go? All right. So you guys sure? Because I'm about to get to a next step, so I don't want to make sure nobody's too lost in the sauce. You guys good? So drop a 5 in the chat box if you're good and you caught up, and if it's okay for me to move to the next step, because next I'm gonna go over indicators. Okay, and do you guys have trading experience? Actually, let me know where you guys are at so I can know how fast or how slow to go. Have you guys actually traded before, or if there's anybody 100% brand new to trading, let me know so I can know like how fast or slow to go with this class. And you guys can go ahead and drop it in the chat box. Is anybody brand new? Do you guys have experience? And if you do have experience, how long have you been trading? So nobody here is brand new? Okay. So Damo, so go ahead and turn on your mic real quick. So I just want to speak with you just to make sure, you know, you're all the way locked in with us.
What up, yo?
Okay, so as far as what I've said so far about the call and the put, the buy and the sell, the graphs and the timer and the amount of money, is everything making sense for you? Because I just want to make sure you're like 100% on track with us.
Yeah, I'm following it. I got you.
All right, perfect. And I need you guys' participation because this is the first class, and I don't know where everybody's levels is at, but the whole focus is I want to make sure you guys get a good foundation so you guys can kind of know about this whole trading thing and don't get too lost in the sauce. So if at any moment you guys need me to pause, just feel free to pause it. Tell me to pause real quick, and then I'll go ahead and pause and address whatever we need to address to make sure you guys are 100% up to par with what we got going on. All right, that's cool. All right, so the next section that I'm going to go over are these indicators right here. So this indicator right here shows the different ways to look at the charts. So we got area, we got line, candles, bars, and Hakinashis. So I'll actually just go through each one to show you guys what it looks like. So this is the area. And it's literally the same exact graph. It's just a different style. When using binary, every little pip or every little move is very significant because you only need to be like one move higher or lower to actually get the payout. This one is a more detailed look. I personally don't use this much. Some people do, but I personally like to use candles, but I just want you guys to check it out. This is the actual line, which is very similar, just as a different way to look at it. If this is your preference, that's awesome. These are the basic candles. This is the way that I like to look at the charts. This is like the most traditional way. This is what most people use to check out the charts. Bars, I've never used this before. Now, I don't, to be completely honest with you, I don't even know the value behind this. I've never even seen anybody use these, in any tutorials on any of my mentors or classes. So I personally wouldn't worry about it. And this was Hakanashi. Hakanashi is just a different type of candle. The difference between Hakanashi and the other candle is these candles show momentum. So I'm actually going to flip back and forth between the two candles so you can see the difference. So these are Hakanashis. They're more solid colors, so you can actually see the trend in a little more defined manner. And I'm going to go ahead and go to regular candles. So you guys can see, you can still see the uptrends and the downtrends of the market, but it just looks a little bit different with the Hakanashi candles. And once again, it's built to show momentum. So when the shift is going down or up, it's just an easier way to visualize it. I personally like to use like Hakanashi and regular candles back and forth, like half and half. All right. So these are all the ways to view the market. The ones that I'm going to be using for us is going to be between Hakanashi and regular candles. These are your time frames. Now your time frames are the way you get to look at the market. So it goes as low as 5 seconds and as high as a day. For the way we're going to be trading, we're going to be looking at the market where anywhere between 30-second candles and I'm going to say 5-minute candles. So that window. So between here and here, depending on what your preference is, I like to kind of keep mine on the 1 minute. And on the 1 minute, so you guys can know exactly what that means, each candle on this view represents 1 minute. It represents how much the market moved within that minute. So even if I change it to 2 minutes, it's going to look a little bit different, but each candle represent what the market did in 2 minutes. And let's just go to 5 minutes so you guys can see the difference. So once again, each candle is basically 5 minutes worth of move. So just for the way we're going to train and the way I'm going to teach you guys this introduction to trading, we're going to go ahead and keep it on 1 minute for now. And last but not least, down here, we got the timer, auto scroll, and enable grid snap. I want you guys to turn all of that on. So if you guys are on your pocket options right now, just go ahead and turn them on. You want your timer on. You want your pocket options to auto scroll when it gets to the end. And just go ahead and keep all of those on. This is also custom colors. I personally don't need to change the colors, but if you do decide you want to change the colors for any means, and feel free to do so. I just keep it on the default colors because, you know, it's no real reason to change the colors. These magnifying glasses is how you zoom in and zoom out. Very self-explanatory. When you're scrolling through the markets and scrolling through different time frames, sometimes you might need to zoom in to get a more detailed look. All right, and all of this stuff on this bar right here, you really don't need this stuff to actually trade. This is like, you know, extra stuff to look at. You got the finance, like how you actually make deposits and withdrawals, the history. You got your personal profile. You got, I'm not even sure what this feature is. I've never even used this before, but all this stuff over here really doesn't have anything to do with actual trading. If you guys want to look through it on your own time, so be it, but it's not going to truly affect your trade. As far as the most important things that you guys are going to look at, it's going to be these buttons right here. These are ones that you're going to be using the most frequently. This is where you're going to be changing your prices, and this is where you're going to be changing your times. This is where you're going to be looking at the market. And once again, these are going to be your candles and everything else. This tool right here, this tool is to help you do what we call mark up the charts. Now, what does that mean exactly? Marking up the charts is setting up support and resistance and trend lines. I'm going to talk about that shortly, but it's basically to use these lines to measure what's happening in the market. So I'm just going to go ahead and pull out a horizontal line so you guys can see. So let's just say if I wanted to make what is called support and resistance, or you can also call it a ceiling and a floor. These are different parts in the market where price reacted, and it's basically like a floor. So this is a first valuable lesson that I want you guys to know about trading. The market always moves in certain spots and reacts at certain spots consistently. This is what separates this from gambling, because we know when people trade, it's all being controlled by people. And when people see the market hit a certain level, if we all feel like collectively in this room that this hit an all-time low, for the most part, we're all going to buy, and then the price is going to react. So if price reacted in the past in that area, then basically price is going to react that way in the future. So a lot of times we like to mark up ceilings and floors, and so we can see what price does in that area. So I'm actually going to scroll back to give you guys some examples. So even this area right here, if I was to put this right here, it's not ironic that the price reacted at this line. You see how it reacted right here and bounced up, reacted right here and bounced up. A couple minutes later, it got to this area again and bounced up. It's not going to always be super precise and exact, because nothing is picture perfect like that, but you just want to kind of pay attention to what price does in that zone. So these are going to be the valuable tools that we need to do to mark up support and resistance. So I'm gonna go ahead and pause it real quick. So does everybody feel like they have a pretty decent grasp on what support and resistance is? Like I said, you guys are not gonna be experts on this very first class. I just wanna introduce these terms to you guys so you can get a little familiar. So if you guys feel like you are good with support and resistance and that concept, go ahead and drop some ones in the chat box. If not, then unmute yourself and I can kind of go in a little more depth, because I wanna make sure you guys know about that 100%, because that's literally like top 3 most important things in trading. So we got a couple of ones. How's everybody else feeling? You guys are good with support and resistance? All right, cool. All right, so next are trend lines. Now what trend lines are is basically just the trend of the market. So we can actually use tools to look at the trends of the market, and I'll go ahead and do that for you guys right now. So I'm gonna go ahead into this paintbrush tool, and if you guys have your pocket options up, feel free to play around with these tools and look at the different ones and follow along with me. So I'm gonna go ahead and choose the trend line right here, boom. So with this trend line, we use this to mark up the direction of the trend. So I'm actually gonna go ahead and pull up a trend for you guys so you guys can see a trend and actually a break in the trend and see what happens when the trend breaks. So the trend is usually when we have higher highs and higher lows. So we see on this trend, all of the candles are giving us a higher high, like a higher high point. This is another higher high point. This is another higher high point. And it's giving us higher highs and higher highs and higher highs. That is the definition of an uptrend. So this is a very important term for the new people. We got uptrends, we got downtrends, and we got when the market is going sideways, which is called consolidation. But this is a clear uptrend. And in order to mark up your uptrend, you want to kind of find where the trend spiked, where you finally started getting higher highs. So you see how the market dipped down, and then we started getting higher highs, higher highs, higher highs. This is a uptrend, and you go ahead and follow it along the bottom, where you get the touches. Now, an interesting thing with trading, as you guys can see, when price breaks the trend, it usually goes the other way. This is a great strategy, and this is something that can make you guys a lot of money. If you guys can recognize the trend and mark up the trend and see a break in the trend, price is usually going to take a big drop, and you see exactly what it did right here. So I'm actually going to go back in time and look at some other trends and see where the trends broke, and you guys can see how that affected the market. So I'm gonna go ahead and grab this one right here so you guys can see another example. So this was a short uptrend right here. Why is it sticking? So this was a short uptrend, and you guys can see when it broke the trend line, the entire trend changed and went down. So I just want to see, I just wanted you guys to start to recognize trend lines as I'm scrolling through here. I actually found another one, a better one over here. This was a clear uptrend. And once again, you see when it broke the trend line, that's where you got the drop. So recognizing these drops and recognizing these trends and support and resistance is going to be something that help you guys tremendously when it comes to trading. And are you guys following along on your pocket options? Does everybody have their own pocket options up right now? Does everybody have their pocket options? Okay, so I got one person. All right, cool, cool, cool. And like I said, feel free to pause me if you guys need to. I don't want to move too fast. I want to make sure you guys get a solid foundation. All right, so the next thing I'm gonna go over really quickly for you is indicators. Indicators are these things down here. So indicators help us read the market. The primary thing that we want to pay attention to is what's called price action. And price action is basically the support and resistance, like we said earlier. What is the market doing when it comes to a certain area? So we saw when price was on this big uptrend, it hit the ceiling and it reacted. That's price action. And then we saw when it came down to this floor area, it reacted. So price action is the main thing we want to pay attention to. And I want to let you know that the indicators are secondary. And we use it all together to kind of make an analysis to kind of predict where the market is going. So, and I'm saying that because I don't want you guys to solely, this is like a valuable nugget that I've learned from trading, very, very, very valuable. I don't want you guys to get too stuck in what the indicators are doing and forget about price action. It's going to be a good balance between indicators and price action, because you might see one thing on the indicator, but one thing, you might see another thing on price action, and you're going to have to bring it all together. It's never just one way to read a trade. You want to go through your whole technical analysis, and technical analysis is basically how you check down the market from your support, your resistance, your trend lines, the strength of the move, and your actual indicators. All right, so these right here are your indicators, and these are going to be the indicators we're going to be using every time we have this class. This is the stochastic, and this is the RSI. Now, the stochastic measures momentum. So I'll just give you guys an example. So you see how price was way up here at this red line, at this 80 line. It's basically saying it's at a very high place, and it's a good chance that the market is going to drop in that area. But when it drops, it should drop pretty strong. So I'm actually going to pull up another tool so I can just point this out for you. But as you can see in this area, how this area aligns with this area on the stochastic. Oh, I can't do that. So how this area aligns with this area on the stochastic. You see how it was at a high point, and we got the reaction, we got the color change on the candles. And it's not ironic that this was the area where it reacted on the stochastic. So we want to try to catch trades where it is in this area. And then also with the RSI stands for relative strength index. It basically shows the strength of the trend. And we kind of want to find where the relative strength index is high as well. So when we see that the stochastic is at a high level above the red, crossing back down, and also on the RSI, the preference is to find it when it's above the red and crossing back down. And that's basically saying that the momentum is going to push it back down. So even right now, this is actually a real life, real time trade. So you guys see how the stochastic was extremely low and now it's starting to cross up. And also on the RSI, it was extremely low and it's starting to cross up. And look at what the price is doing. The price is starting to cross up as well. So this is kind of basically one of the major strategies that we use is paying attention to price action and paying attention to what the stochastic is doing and what the relative strength index is doing. So let's just say these are 1 minute candles. If we would have got into a trade right now with these signals and got in on a 1 minute move or a 2 minute move, we would have won the trade because it's clearly pushing to the upside. Okay, so these are going to be the two major indicators that we use, and I'm going to go ahead and open this up so you guys can follow along with the settings. So these are the default settings. So if you open up your stochastic right now, it should say 14, 3, and 3, and SMA, which stands for simple moving average. So just make sure yours says 14, 3, and 3. It should by default. These are the default numbers, so it shouldn't be too. This basically shouldn't be touched. Now for styles, I personally changed mine because I like the way this looks. So if you guys want to have the same style as me, you guys can go ahead and do this. So you can make your K period white. And all you have to do is go ahead and click this and pop this open and make it 1 pixel. And then for your D period, you can go ahead and make that white and make it 1 pixel. And I'll go ahead and change these colors so you can see. So obviously I changed that green and you'll see the D period and the K period are different. I personally just like mine white. Now, if you want to change your colors and customize it, that's perfectly fine. This is where I just chose to set mine up because I just like the optics of it. Right here on the 80 line, the 80 line is the top line and you can change that any color you want. I chose to do mine red and 2 pixels and blue and 2 pixels. So that's my stochastic setup, and I just set up my RSI the same way. The period on your RSI should be at 14. This is the default once again. So once you guys pull up RSI, it should default to 14. I wouldn't change that right at this moment. You can change it to customize things, but I wouldn't do any customizing right now. You guys are building your foundation and really understanding what this trading thing is all about. So don't change any of the settings just yet. And these are all my inputs. The main line is white. My top line is red. My mid line is gray. You can make it gray or white or whatever you choose. And my lower line is blue. So that's the setup that I have there. All right. Cool. So this is basically the full navigation. These are the most important things that you guys will need to know as far as trading goes. We're not going to get into any live trades tonight. I just kind of want to introduce myself and give you guys a little background of what pocket options is, how fast we can make money, and just show you guys the navigation. So at this moment, you guys shouldn't be confused on how to navigate through pocket options. We got about 4 minutes left. I'm going to keep these calls down to an hour, and I'm also going to be doing them every day at the same time. So we're going to progressively get a little more in depth every single time until we get to the point to where I'm getting you guys live trading and getting comfortable with things. I'm also going to show you guys in some other classes the tools that I have, part of the academy that I use, which is called iMarkets Live. iMarkets Live makes this much easier because they give us tools to actually read the market and they give us signals. So at this moment, you guys will be trying to use your own skill set to try to learn and try to predict the market. But what I chose to do is join a team. I can definitely give you the link. Are you talking about the link to iMarkets Live? If so, I can definitely get you that link as well. Yeah, definitely. And we can talk about that more in depth after we get off the call. But they give us tools to help us read the market to where you can actually just look at a chart. I'll actually go ahead and pull it up for you. Actually, I don't have it up right now. You know what? I'm gonna say that for the next class. You can just basically look at the chart and then they'll give you like signals. And since you guys know about what the stochastic is and you know about what the RSI is, you know a little bit about candles, you guys can actually get in here and start making money immediately by just following the instructions. So I'm just giving you guys access and knowledge so you guys can kind of start getting the journey started, because I feel like a lot of times people come in intimidated and they don't have a full understanding on what this stuff is all about. I want to build traders that are gonna last forever. I have a great trading team. I'm currently in Houston with my mentor, and we're coming up with plans and systems to help people really learn this trading stuff and really learn how to make money online. So digital entrepreneurship is definitely the wave, and I want to build the biggest, most powerful network I can. So I appreciate everybody that came on this call. Now, if you feel like you got, I know this is like super early, super beginning steps, but if you feel like you got some value from what I've told you so far, go ahead and drop a 7 in the chat box if you feel like you got some value. Like I said, we're going to progressively get more and more and more in depth. I don't want to rush you guys through this. I want to make sure you guys get the greatest foundation you can get so y'all can actually get to making some real money. You guys all have a demo account right now, so you can actually start playing around. You can just start putting in some trades. You guys can kind of look at some setups roughly. Go and find different setups where the stochastic is really low and the RSI is really low, and go ahead and put in a buy from anywhere from 1 to 3 minutes and kind of see how many you can hit. And then next time we get on, we can go into more in depth on how we can increase that accuracy. And then I can even show you the tools that I actually pay for that increase the accuracy even more. So I can be completely honest with you. Off this strategy, you're probably gonna be about 55, 60% because you guys don't have the timing down pat. You guys don't have like the full knowledge because you're super fresh, but you can actually go in there and win some trades now. You know what I mean? If you have enough patience and you want to wait for your moves and you can kind of look at how the market works, you guys can actually make some money now. So somebody said, how do you get the stochastic on? So you go ahead and go to your indicators. I'm sorry if I skip past this, guys. But the indicators are right here, these 3 lines. And all of the indicators are right here. But let me find the stochastic for you and get the exact location. Stochastic, boom, there you go. These stars are like favorited. These are basically the indicators that I personally like to use, but this is the stochastic and this is the RSI. Feel free to favorite them and go ahead and pop them on your screen. Now it's okay, I actually skipped that part. But we're gonna be doing this the same time tomorrow, 8 o'clock Eastern time. They're gonna be hour sessions. I'm gonna do them every day, Monday through Friday. So if you guys follow me on Instagram, tap in again with me on Instagram. If you have my email, go ahead and tap in with me via email, but the timer is about to be up. If you don't have my Instagram, I'm putting it in right now. If you have questions about the other tools, the team, the iMarkets Live, feel free to reach out about that as well. So we're going to get back to it tomorrow. Hopefully I gave you guys some value. We're going to get to a little bit more advanced stuff, and I'll check with you guys tomorrow, same time, same link.